All right, so let's come back to our scaled stuff, okay? Pay attention to this because when it scales this things down, you're really not going to see it. It's going to be like a speck. It's going to be a little speck somewhere. I'm going to start with my floor plan. That's the one I want to do first. So I'm going to go ahead and say in the command line, scale, press enter, select object to scale. I'm selecting the object I want to scale. Enter when done. Select origin point. I'm going to start origin point here. Right? So notice here in the command line, it says scale factor or first reference point. I already have my scale factor. I wrote it on a piece of paper. So I am not going to use a reference point. I'm going to type in the exact scale factor. What do you think I'm going to type in for the floor plan? The floor plan needs to be on a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to look for 1/4 inch equals 1/48. So I'm going to type right here 1/48. Enter. There it is. That's scaled down to 1/48. Okay? So let's go ahead and move these guys. Any endpoint here to as close as you can. See, now it fits. Magic. Right? Magic. Here's another little clue. Sometimes people don't like to scale it right away. They like to copy this whole thing. They like to copy this whole thing down. Okay? And then they'll scale these guys. In case they mess up with the scale or something, they have the original 1-to-1s. Okay? That's not a bad practice. So, okay. So let's go here to my 1-to-1 scale. I want to be able to center this drawing on the sheet. How do I make sure that this drawing is centered? First of all, I'm going to group it because I want to be able to move it as a unit. How do I center this thing? Thank you. I'll draw a diagonal line. And now what do I do? I draw an opposite diagonal line from in my cube. And then I'll type move. And I'll select the object I want to move. Okay? And I'll select midpoint. So I'm going to move it from the midpoint of this diagonal to what? Thank you. Thank you for speaking out. To the midpoint of the other diagonal. Now I know it's geometrically centered in there. Let's go ahead and delete these lines. And I know for a fact it's centered right now. So really quickly, the next thing I want to do is I already have a layer for text. I'm going to make that layer current. And I'm going to go to my text box. Text block. Go to the pull-down menu and look for dimension. Then look for text block. Select it. Starting point. Where do you want to start writing? I'm going to start writing here. 36 inches. 36 inches is, is that the right size I should type? What should I make it? Let's try 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. All right. I'm going to align. You know what? I'm going to align to the right. And I'm going to start typing. What should I call this drawing? floor plan. How about that? Is that okay with you guys? What scale is this drawing? 1/4 of an inch, space equals space 1 foot dash 0 inches. Okay? You can press OK. There's my text. Let's move my text over, and I'm going to align my text with my border. All right? Please don't do this. We drew this border here. Oh, it's locked. I can't select it. We drew this guy for a reason. Right? It's our border. It's our setback. It's our limit. So I'm going to align this way. All right? You can also let's see here. You can draw a line segment. Press Shift to go ortho. Select and press Enter. And you can move this line down here, right? You guys see things like this on drawings. And there you go. You got your floor plan. Now, do we need a north arrow, like we talk about in studio?
Yes.
We do usually, we always need a north arrow on a floor plan, but right now we don't have one because we're just drawing an object. We don't have a site plan. We haven't really indicated anything. But I think we're going to go ahead and do it because at least I want to be able to see that you have your west window facing west, you have your object facing south, so on and so forth, right? So in my scenario, is this thing rotated in the right side? I don't think so. So we'll go ahead and fix that in the next video. So I'm going to stop this here.